Hey everybody, Missy here from the Mental Health Chick, and I am going live today to talk to you about mommy guilt. Let's dive in. Why do moms struggle with mommy guilt? I'm a mom of two. They are 12 and 15, and I have struggled with this all 15 years. And so if we haven't had the opportunity to connect, just so you know a little bit about me, I am the founder and owner of the Mental Health Chick, which is part of my coaching and consulting business. I help moms and ambitious career moms overcome guilt and anxiety, depression, things like that, so that they can live life to the fullest. So today, again, we're going to talk about this pesky mom guilt. I know that I struggle with it, and let's be real. Being a stay-at-home mom or a full-time employed mom, both are incredibly challenging. So I wanted to share some of the reasons why we feel this guilt. And whether, like I said, whether you are a stay-at-home mom or a go-to-work mom, I feel like you feel these things. And some of the reasons we feel those things, number one is, I don't know about you, but I've lost patience with my kids. Have you ever just felt impatient with your kiddos? When we feel impatient with our kiddos, it can become overwhelming and we feel like a bad mom. I remember a story once from my kids were 2 and 5. I just needed to go to the bathroom and I was home alone with them. But instead of them, listening and following directions, because rationally, every 2 and 5-year-old should be able to, not. They started squabbling and they come running and pounding on the bathroom door, mom, mom, mom. And I lost it. Guys, I lost it. And I said, y'all need to sit down on each side of my bed. So they were crying. They were upset that I yelled. And I come out of the bathroom and sure enough, I've got 2 kiddos, one sitting on the left side of my bed, one on the right side of my bed on the floor. And what ensued next? Lots of crying and tears, myself included, Tears, snot, we were all upset. And then we gave each other big hugs and talked about, next time mommy's in the bathroom, here's what you could do instead. Granted, they're 2 and 5, it didn't stick, but it did set them up for future squabbles and things that we built on as mom and kiddo relationships. The next thing that we sometimes struggle with is just dropping kids off, even if it's just at grandma and grandpa's or maybe the church nursery, and definitely to daycare. I remember just bawling when I used to drop my kids off at daycare when they were super little. It made me feel terrible. And then the final one is the supermom myth. So many people think that you have to show up as a mom 1,000% of the time, every minute of every day. And if you have a job on top of that, then you also feel that way at work about your boss. And if you're a real people pleaser, then you feel that way about every relationship in your life. You feel like you have to show up all the time for every friend, for every coworker, for every club that your kids are involved in. And that's just really exhausting. So tell me in the comments, what do you struggle with as a mom? I would love to hear more. If you're tracking with me, you can even just give me a thumbs up in the comments. I'd love to see that. So now let's talk about reality. Never losing your patience, never needing a break, and always getting everything right is just not possible. It's not realistic. And really, at the root of all those thoughts and feelings are just lies that we tell ourselves, or it's expectations that other people put on us that are not realistic. And those expectations could be put on us by a spouse or partner, even a parent who means well, or a sibling who means well, or even your best friend who says something to you and it just hits you sideways. And so now you adopt a mindset that says, I cannot fail. And that's just it's not true, because we're human. We're going to fail as moms. We're just going to. So let's look at 3 things you can do, 3 steps you can take to overcome feeling that mommy guilt and that overwhelm and that anxiety. Really, even just around that fear of failure. So here we go. The first one is to practice affirmations. You know, I know that sounds cheesy, but we really do need to lean into what is positive about ourselves, and then we need to tell ourselves what's positive about ourselves. Sometimes it can just be in the moment, like, okay, look, my kids are okay, I'm okay, all is well. Notice I'm not saying, oh, my kids are fed and the house is cleaned. I'm saying my kids are safe, healthy, and fed. We're good. I made it out of bed today. I'm good. Sometimes it's that simple of an affirmation that you need to put out there for yourself. You can also, I love to do this sometimes, write down affirmations and put them on sticky notes around the house or in your car. If you're a person of faith, you can even use whatever scriptures your faith practices, things that encourage you and affirm who you are and that you are okay, that you're doing okay, and that you're just going to keep moving forward every day. Number 2, practice gratitude. Research shows us that gratitude is directly linked to happiness. We don't have to be like giddy happy all the time, but we can find states of contentment and peace that go along with being satisfied with where we are in life. And some days, maybe you don't feel satisfied, maybe you don't feel very grateful. But what I usually push back on people is, okay, did you eat breakfast or dinner? What did you have? Was it something that you liked? Those can be the simple things that we're thankful for. I'm thankful for my kids and my house and my job and my pets and my parents and all of those things. But sometimes I need to get granular and just be like, okay, in this moment, I'm thankful I have my cup of tea or my coffee, because that's as far ahead as I can think right now. And that's okay. And then my third tip today that I wanted to share with you is find your tribe. So as humans, we're meant to be in community. We're meant to do life with other people. And isolation just doesn't work. Long term, it does not work. We need to do life with other people. And as a mom, I would go so far as to say it really helps to have a mom tribe. Have other people who have been moms in your life to encourage you on a bad day. Somebody that you can just be your entirely real self with. Doesn't matter if you feel like the worst mom in the world today, that person's going to show up for you and encourage you and, hey, maybe bring you that Starbucks that you need to feel sane again. So the other thing about mom friends is they normalize what you're going through. Every mom on the planet has been exhausted, overextended. They feel guilty. They're too tired. They get cranky. They yell at their kids. Like, I'm a mom and I can tell you I've done all of those things. But I also know that my kids are good. They're good. They're fed, clothed, and they had a good night's rest and they have a roof over their head. We're doing good. And sometimes we just need people to come alongside us and remind us of exactly that. So what are some things that you do to help you feel better? Things that you found that help you overcome mommy guilt? I'd love to hear in the comments. Give us some ideas on what you do. And if you missed this live, like I said, if you're getting this on the replay even, go ahead and put a hashtag replay down below. I'd love to know that you listened and tuned in. So let's just wrap it up. I love to wrap things up with just a good morsel of encouragement. And wrap up was just saying, you know, practice affirmation, practice gratitude, and find your tribe. And as a renowned social worker researcher says, Brene Brown, if you've never looked her up, she's amazing. She's got lots of encouraging things to say, but she says this as to moms: be vulnerable enough to choose joy, because those who truly love you will support you no matter what. So no matter what's going on in life, motherhood is hard, but your struggle doesn't have to be yours alone. And that's part of why I'm here at the Mental Health Chick as well, is to walk with you on your journey as a mom. So if you have any further questions or if you'd like to connect, DM me and I'd love to chat. Hope you guys have a great day.